entry points.
Okay, hold on 1 second, Willie. Hold on. Let me mute you for a second. Let me start everybody, and then we'll get it going. Okay, hold on. Okay, mute everybody. Now let me start the recording. All right, gang. So we are here. This is the session 2 recap and practice. What does that mean? That means everything that we discussed in session 2, which is how to find your entry point and knowing where to put your stop loss and take profit. That is that training. This particular session here is a recap and practice of that. So, Willie, as you were getting ready to say, I mean, if you're having an issue or you're trying to really nail down getting in, that's what this recap and practice is about. Okay. So session 1 is about drawing up your chart, right? Finding your supply demand zone, getting your trend line, and getting your support resistance drawn up. And we've done that. You guys are getting really good at that. This session is about now using that and finding your entry points and understanding some basic rules of thumb that help you make a decision whether you want to get in the trade or don't want to get in the trade. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up. So Willie, if you want to unmute and kind of just share with what you were saying, I'll be happy to help. And then once you get done with your question, you might as well go ahead and pull up your chart and we'll let you go first. We can nail it down. How about that?
My thing, like I said, my thing is just not even marking it up, kind of. It's just eyeballing the entry point. I'm just not comfortable with that yet. Like everything else, as you know, like Mike said, I'm cool with him. I can break down everything you said to him. Like he look at me like I don't understand why you're not going live. But it's just me. I'm not comfortable with putting entry points, and I'm not really a gambler. I'm not really a gambler like that. Make sure I don't want to. When I do my demo, I'm too far in the red before I go into positive.
Okay.
And I do be winning, but it's just I'm trying to nail down where I don't have to be negative or whatever to come all the way back up.
Okay. Fair enough. So best way to do it is to do it. So pull up the chart. Let me see what you got.
Yeah, I don't know what I got.
You do really good with your markups. So if you're doing good with your markups, then it should be easier to identify your points. So let's just see what we got.
I got so many stats. I actually got one clean one, so that's good.
Or you can go to one that's already marked up. That way we don't have to spend time you marking it up. Just go to one. Go to one that's marked up.
I probably don't have one because I kind of erase. I have a couple of theories that I've been trying to work with and back test and see. So I'm taking everything you told me, Tracy. Trust me, I know I understand everything now. So now I'm just, how they say, take what you learn and try to add to what you do, or what might be comfortable to you. So I've been trying to play with little stuff like that, but I mark up the chart right now and do what I'm supposed to do. So as I look at it, I go to my daily, look at the highest point, try to find a big bullish candle. You don't have to go back that far. I even started getting to 2018. Put a vertical line.
Okay, well, how about you just do it? Let me see it. Let me see you do it so we can move. Okay, so
you don't see my chart?
Okay, yeah, but I don't see your supply zone. Where your supply zone at?
I'm doing it now. I'm just, like I said, I'm starting fresh. So this is the beginning of the year, as everybody can see. So
I don't know, maybe it's frozen or something. I don't see anything moving. Do you guys see something moving? We don't see anything moving. Like I see your chart, but I don't see your mouse. I don't see nothing else. Yeah. So when you're saying that, that's probably because we don't see any movement going on.
Now, I'm not really a technician, so this might be the problem. I don't. All right. Do you see me when I do? You see that? You see that? What I just did?
I don't see it. No. Okay. I don't think anybody else sees it either. No.
Because literally, all right. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Maybe stop and then restart again.
And I'm gonna share my screen. Share your screen. Do you see my screen now?
It's coming.
14 participants, new share.
Okay, there we go. We see something now. Now move your mouse around or something.
Yeah, see?
Yes, we see it.
Move.
Yeah.
All right. So I put a blue line, and this is the beginning of the year. Just because I don't feel like having to go back. I can look back, but I don't really need to go all the way back that far.
Okay.
This is the high point of the chart. I'm looking for an engulfing candle. It starts right here with my first horizontal line. Go to the bottom of the chart. Go down to my bottom of my chart to see the lowest point of the zone. You can put two zones. Just because I see this, it's in my eyesight, I will put this, but this is the lowest part of the zone in this year. So I will put two zones. So I will put a line on the bottom. Let me just do it. Put a horizontal line there. Actually, I won't do it. I'm sorry. I'm moving it up to the big bullish candle, going up.
One of our teammates. Okay, so while Willie's doing that, here's what I want everybody else to do, okay? Because this is session 2 recap, when it's your turn, I want you to already have a chart up that you've marked up, okay? Already have a chart that you've marked up so we can jump right into session 2 stuff, right? It's cool, right? But I don't want to, if we did this with every person, we wouldn't be able to get through it tonight, okay? So I want you to have your chart. That's why we did your charts, have them already marked up, and then we can kind of start building on top of that. We'll critique it and make sure it's cool what you have, but then we're gonna go right into identifying our entry points and stuff. Just FYI for everybody.
You can call on somebody else if you want. While I do this.
Right, do that? Okay, cool. We'll do that. All right, so while Willie is getting his chart right, stop sharing for a sec, Willie. Okay. And then who wants to go? You already gotta have a chart marked up. We're doing entry points. We're doing session 2 stuff. All right, let's go, guys.
I can jump in there.
Okay.
Move to the group. All right, so I do have, let me go here. All right, can everyone see?
Yeah, we can see.
All right, this is the chart that I've been working with. So I have notes on my chart as well that just kind of helps me to stay on track of what I'm looking for. And I've identified, well, of course, the supply and the demand zone, and then I have my support resistance in here. And so you want to know where I would have entered?
Well, okay. So where's your demand zone at?
My demand zone is right here.
Okay, then scoot over to the let me see left. So I want to see why that's your demand zone. First off, you're on a 1 hour chart. I need to see the daily.
Go to the daily. Yeah. Sorry about that. Nice.
Okay. Stretch it out a little bit more, up and down.
Stretch it out some more.
Yeah, up and down, not side to side, up and down. Yeah, like over there. Okay.
I'm sorry. Let me move my little notes. That might help. So my demand zone.
Take your crosshair off, Janice. Go up there to the top and get the arrow, because that crosshair, left, right there. Take that. Click on and use the arrow or something. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Look, that was nerve-wracking. All this funny what you get used to, but it was nerve-wracking. Okay, so my demand zone, I identified it from this candle, this engulfing candle coming from the bottom.
Okay, now if you have an engulfing candle, then your zone must cover the entire body of the previous candle. That's number one.
So my zone should cover from the top to the bottom of this candle?
Correct, the body.
Huh, okay. Okay, let me write that again. So I didn't mark mine up like that. I missed that one because even my supply zone is not, it doesn't cover the body of the previous.
So Janice, you gotta go back and fix that, okay?
Yeah.
So while you're fixing that, stop sharing.
Okay.
Go over to somebody, okay?
All right.
No worries. I'm just trying to make sure y'all get that stuff done, right? So we can, cause see, the thing is, if that's not right, then we're starting off wrong, right? Which means it's gonna be tough to identify entry points. So, okay, cool bean. So Janice is gonna work on that. Will's working on. He's working on. Next person.
All right, I'll bring mine up, Grace.
Okay, let's go.
You see it?
Yep.
That question right here. Now this one right here. But you guys just mentioned, the demand zone. See how small this is right here?
Okay, that's not an engulfing candle though.
This is.
No, that's not an engulfing candle. It's a big candle, but it's not an engulfing candle. To the left, you look at the same chart Janice is looking at. Looks like.
You.
To the left. To the left. Look to the left.
This one?
Left. Past your trend line.
Yeah, this is my supply up here.
Past your trend line.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I got it.
That's an engulfing candle.
Okay. So all of this right here is the demand, right?
All that.
Okay.
So Gary, go back and fix your chart. Stop sharing.
All right.
So Tracy, the reason that is an engulfing candle is because it extended into and through the demand zone. Is that correct?
No, what makes it an engulfing candle is the fact that the previous candle before it, that previous candle can fit in that candle.
Okay.
Hey, Trace.
Engulfing means to engulf something.
Right.
So,
Hey, Trace.
Hold on 1 second. Who's that?
It's Ken.
Okay, hold on 1 second, though, Ken. Engulfing means to engulf, right? So if you and your daughter, right, you are an engulfing, if you and your daughter stood side to side, you are an engulfing candle to her.
Right.
Because her whole body can fit in your body.
Okay.
That's what makes it engulfing. Has nothing to do with anything else. Engulfing purely means that the previous candle can fit inside the candle that you're saying is engulfing.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Ken.
I just have a question involving that as well. I heard Lauren mention that the engulfing candle, the previous candle also has to be the candle that goes in the opposite direction. Is that true?
Well, usually it's going to be that.
Right.
Yeah, usually that's what you're going to see. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I was just looking at Gary's chart, and I noticed that he was originally pointing at two upward moving candles, and that wouldn't have qualified as far as what I was thinking.
That wouldn't have qualified because of that, as well as the fact that it wasn't even engulfing.
Okay, all right, just make sure. Just make sure I'm clear. Okay, cool.
You got it. Okay, who's this? Who am I looking at? Who's Lakina? Okay.
Let's see here. This is my demand zone.
Okay.
And then here's my supply zone.
All right. Now your zones. What did I just say, guys, about your zones? What did I just say about the zone? The zone should encompass of what?
The candle. The previous candle.
Correct. The body of the previous candle. The body of the previous candle.
So it can't be wick to body.
The body of the previous candle.
All right.
The body of the previous candle, everybody. Where's her zone at, everybody? It covers what?
Body of the previous candle.
Okay, who's next?
I can share my screen now.
Okay, let's go for it.
So this is my supply zone. This is my demand zone.
Okay, hold on.
Red is supply.
Oh no, it's still pulling up for us. We don't see it just yet. It says you started sharing it, but it hasn't popped up for us yet. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool beans. Now, show me what you got.
This is my red is my supply zone. Green is the demand zone.
Okay, show me why. Hold on. Show me why you chose that area for your supply zone.
My bad. The large bearish candle going down, moving down. That's what I was looking for, is at the highest point. And the highest point is the large bearish candle going to the downside. That's what.
Okay, so what are we looking for, guys, for our zones?
Engulfing candle.
Engulfing candles. Willie, is that an engulfing candle, sir?
This.
Yes.
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay, what is an engulfing candle? What's the definition of engulfing?
It's supposed to fit you can say you can fit the other candle into the previous candle into the engulfing candle.
Okay, so the previous candle, that previous candle. Go ahead.
I chose this one to look at because this was for me this was the highest point at the market at the time. And then I started right here because this is for me this was the engulfing candle, leaving the zone.
Well, so it's not an engulfing candle. Like we have to be clear on this, guys. Right? We have to be crystal clear on this. Is it a long candle leaving the top? Yes. Yes, it is a long candle leaving the top. Is it an engulfing candle? No, it's not an engulfing candle. The candle right before that candle does not fit inside of that candle. The candle right before that candle is above that candle.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Right? It's not like, hey, I'm going to play a musical piece of the puzzle and I'm going to take that candle where it is and move it down and it fits in there. No, it's if you're looking at it, is it standing over, engulfing that candle? Is that candle covering that candle? No, it's not. It's not engulfing. Is it long? Absolutely. Is it coming from the top of the chart? Most definitely. Is it engulfing? No. Okay, you see what I'm saying when I'm saying engulfing? Yes?
Golfing it. Right.
Okay. Do you see that it's not engulfing from a definition standpoint?
Right. Is this
Show me an engulfing candle.
one right here? You see me doing this?
Yes.
On the bottom?
Correct.
I thought that's
That's an engulfing candle. Correct.
this two up here. That's an engulfing, right?
That is an engulfing candle. Correct.
This is not. Oh, yes, it is.
That is an engulfing candle going
That's an
down.
engulfing candle going down.
Correct.
This is not. This is not. These two right here.
That is not an engulfing candle. Correct.
Okay. All right.
You see what I'm saying? So if we're gonna focus,
I got you.
okay, we're gonna focus on engulfing candles, then show me your zone based on an engulfing candle. That is the top of the chart. But at the top of the chart, our goal is to find the engulfing candle. So once you're at the top, great, wonderful. Where's the engulfing candle?
This bed only have an engulfing candle at the top. All the way down here is the last one that I got.
Okay, open up your chart some more. I mean, you kind of went thin on me. Widen it. Okay. Now come back over to the left. I can't believe we just went over this all of session 1 recap and practice. Y'all, is it April Fool's Day?
I don't see an engulfing candle. Do you?
Yes, I do see one.
Let me see if I can point one out.
Go further back, Lily. Go back further.
Hold on one second.
That's what I'm thinking. I was like, eventually I got to go further back, but I don't like
Right
this.
there.
This is an engulfing there.
Hold on. Go back some more.
You want me to go back some more?
Yeah, keep going to the left. Just follow the red on.
But then I'm not at the highest point of the chart.
Well, you got to zoom out.
Either. I'm all the way down now. I'm going to see where I'm at.
See that big candle over there to the left?
This is 2016. This can be an engulfing candle.
That's one right there. Right.
But it should be coming from the top. Okay, is that the top? Right, this pinkish line? Okay.
Yeah, because
Well, then that would be an engulfing candle, wouldn't it?
Candle, yeah. That's what I'm saying too. I didn't think I want to. I just said I didn't want to go back that far, and I guess I had to. Or that's not the highest point on the chart. This one.
the highest point, but it was the highest point at one point. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe,
Right.
if I understand, the market moves. It'll move out of a support through a demand to another support, or not support, I'm sorry, to another supply and another demand. So I found like two areas of Euro USD where it drops out. Tracy, would you say that that's the engulfing candle right there?
Which one?
On Willie's
These
chart.
two right here. These are the only two that I kind of see.
Where I don't see his map. Oh, yeah, that red one is an engulfing candle. Yes.
Right here.
Yeah, but
And
there's
then
one.
right here is the highest.
Yeah, that's an engulfing candle too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where. But look what that. I think when I first started off, I said I didn't really want to go back that far. Sorry, I guess I had to.
The trades, they can pretty much have to meet each other coming down from the top, right? Like for instance, the engulfing candle, the actual bearish candle that's coming down, the candle before that, it can't be like the body of it can't be sitting up and higher than where it actually closed at.
Correct. Sometimes you might find it where it's lower. That's fine. The whole body needs to be engulfed by the other whole candle. If the whole body is not in there, it's not engulfing.
Okay, that makes more sense. Because I was just thinking it was the largest candle.
I got confused with that, just because it was a big candle, that's not an engulfing candle.
Right. It's a big candle, but we're looking for engulf. Correct.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So in between, come down, not the wick, but the body. You heard me, Willie?
Yeah, but that's
the top of the zone doesn't include the wick, it includes the body.
Gotcha.
Everybody understand what I'm saying? The body of the previous candle, that's the zone. Okay, so long as it's an engulfing candle, you take the body of the previous candle, that's the zone. That's what we're boxing up. So yeah, if you got two supply zones, you got two supply zones. You know what I'm saying? There's different areas where the bank starts selling off. It's fine. Okay? Willie, stop sharing. Go back, fix that. Who's ready to show me a drawn chart so we can help with entry points?
Tracy, this is Sheila. I can share.
Okay, go for it.
All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I had found a way to save my chart and then it went away. I have the free version, so everything I had marked up with what I had posted the other day, it's gone. So I have my supplied zone here. I have
why did you pick that supply zone?
Because of this engulfing candlestick right here.
Okay.
It's engulfing that green candlestick. That's why I chose that. And then down here, I chose this as my demand zone because of this engulfing candle here. It's engulfing that one. This one happened in the last few days. So I was like, I could update my chart and do that if I wanted to. But that's what I had. And I put my support and resistance lines basically just from the line chart view.
Okay.
And these are my rays from here down and then from the lowest low recent up. Now, because it's the day chart, what I was thinking I could do is create another ray.
Well, first, I want let's tidy up the rays that you have.
Yeah. Okay.
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 Now, okay. Okay, so this looks good. Okay. So now, what are you saying? What are you getting ready to do?
What I was thinking of doing was zooming in and doing another ray from the current. Well, actually, it's still fine. It still makes sense as far as like my horizontal ray here still makes sense, and that horizontal one still makes. I thought I needed to do another one closer to price, but it's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now that we have this done, where would your first entry point have been?
Okay, so my first entry point would have been here at this demand zone, because this was the first touch of retest. Came down and then it came back out with this candle. So I would have entered here. Get a circle. Oh. Still practicing with that.
Now here's the thing. You do have to make adjustments, right? So now, if that has proven itself to be the demand zone, you need to make an adjustment, because where price would go now is going to change.
Right, I forgot, sorry. I need to look back here. So this was from my demand zone that I had. First touch, second touch. So I first could have entered right here. That's what I meant to. Sorry.
Okay. So you first could have entered which one? The red candle or the green candle?
The green.
The red.
This one?
Yeah, is the red the first touch or is the green the first touch?
Sorry, yeah, the red's the first touch. But I thought, okay, well, so this is what I was thinking. So this was the first touch, and then I put a buy stop here, so that a buy stop. Let me tell you, I tried to put a buy limit and it didn't work for me, so that's why I ended up putting a buy stop. I figured maybe I did something wrong, where when I was trying to put the buy limit, I was just putting in the entry price and take profit. I didn't put in everything else. I just put in that, tried to put in that information. And when it didn't take, I was like, let me just put a buy stop. So with a buy limit, would I have to put in a take profit, stop loss, and entry price in order for it to work?
No, it won't work if the price is below where you're trying to go in. So when you tried to go in and do a buy limit, price was already underneath that. That's why. It has nothing to do with us take profit and all that. It's where current price is. So the ideal scenario is this. You're looking at this chart. You see this big green engulfing candle come and it closed. Ideal situation, right? You're sitting there, you're looking at it, and it happened. Okay, so that candle closes. And now that red candle starts going, right? You would put your buy limit in then. It can't be at the zone already if you're gonna do a buy limit. Okay. But it came down, it hit the zone, and now price was underneath. So then you came in and tried to do a buy limit. At that point, you can't do a buy limit because price is already going up. So it forced you to do a buy stop. So in that case, that's okay. I get your theory on that. That's perfectly fine, right? So you miss it, but you catch it in the nick of time. Could you do a buy stop right there? Sure, you could.
So that's what happened. Buy stop up until this area, which was my line of resistance. And excuse me.
So what's that line? You said that would have been your take profit?
Yeah, that could have been my take profit. I only went for 10 pips though. So I didn't take the whole pippage there. But yes, so that was the first area where I would have entered then.
Correct. At the zone.
Correct.
Yes.
Next.
Okay. All right. Where's the second, technically?
I got a question.
Sure.
So I was looking earlier. I was looking for some on the daily chart but the price wasn't basically by my zone. So but then I would start looking between the support and resistance lines of where I would enter, right? Because it wasn't by a zone. It wasn't by a zone at all. Like it wasn't by the demand zone or the supply zone. The price.
Can we wait till we get to your chart so you can show me?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So Sheila, so you get in there, you get out at that previous level of it is a support resistance line, but even if that were not a support resistance line for you,
Mm-hmm.
that the previous level of consolidation
Right.
is still there.
Right.
Okay, so you would get out there perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Where would your stop loss have been?
Below this low.
Right, how many pips?
3 to 5 pips below that.
Thank you. Very good. Okay,
Okay.
got it. So then let's say you missed all of that.
Yes.
Then what?
I would see if there's an engulfing, well, this is the engulfing candle, and I would see if half of it was already retraced. This one, which it was, right? So
Okay.
instead of that, then I would have gone to looking for my swing high and swing low to put the Fibonacci on. And that,
Hold on.
Okay.
I probably, at this point, you wouldn't have a swing high or swing low because this is a downtrend.
Mm-hmm.
In a downtrend, your swing high needs to come first. And you don't have a swing high. This is coming from the bottom, right?
Okay.
So you would need to come up to because if you did a swing high, if you did this swing low and you went to the top of that swing high, then you would have to get in on a buy. You guys understand that?
Okay, yes.
If it went from the bottom to the top, that means we expect it to come down 50% and then go back up.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not in an uptrend, you're in a downtrend.
Okay.
Which means that demand zone is the low, but you would need it to create that high, which it did first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Over to where that wick touches that trend line.
Okay.
Yes, from the demand zone up to there, that is a swing high to a swing low. But if you had to come down
Mm-hmm.
at 50%, if you had to come down at 50%, you could have bought where that second green candle is.
Right.
Right. You could have done that, but we're looking for buy opportunities.
Right.
Okay. But in this scenario, you would have got in at the zone though. So you don't need the zone and the 50% of the big wick. I mean, of the engulfing candle, unless you're gonna do 2 entries.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying? So let's just say you're in the trade already.
Mm-hmm.
So you're in the trade already at the red or at the green wick at the zone.
Mm-hmm.
And you go up, you take the trade up to the resistance line.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're out the trade. Done.
Right.
Over.
Right.
You caught your pips, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. Let's say you missed that whole move.
Mm-hmm.
If you miss that whole move, then what would be your next potential entry opportunity?
I could possibly enter up here for a sell down back.
Girl?
Yeah, okay, so scratch that. I mean, I would have been thinking that, but so otherwise I would have waited, sat on my hands until the second touch happened.
There we go. Where's the second touch?
This right here is the second touch.
Yes, ma'am. So if you would have went in and said, okay, I missed the first touch, and you went in and did a buy limit at the zone again, it would have picked you up right there, wouldn't it?
Yes.
And then it would have took you up to where?
Back to the last point of consolidation again.
Correct. So you would have had that opportunity to get in, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now what?
Okay, then I'd get out and let this happen, although I'd be very tempted to count the trend. And then wait for the third test and just basically wait to see what it's going to do. And then here is where it happened.
Well, no, there's no third test that direction.
Sorry.
Right? Because in that, after it went up that second time, it broke through the zone.
Right here. I mean, right here, down. Yeah.
Yes. Because if you would have waited for a third test, the third test means it's going to bounce off the zone and go up.
Okay. So that's what I need to understand. Okay.
Right? So so it came down once, right? It came down twice, pulled up, and the third time it broke through the zones. Everybody see that? The third time it broke through the zone. That's why the rule on the third one is what?
Sit on your hands.
Sit on your hands.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to put a buy limit on the third touch because that could happen.
Right.
Right? So that happened. Now that happened, whoo, thank God. I sat on my hands. I didn't even worry about it at that point in time. So it broke through, and now you waited and you saw that now it even created another demand zone.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So now it creates this demand zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're boxing it up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now you box that up, right?
Right.
So now it goes up, it's engulfing candle, and now what would you have done if you were looking right at that thing?
Well, I would have waited for it to touch.
You would have waited for it to touch?
I think so, yeah.
Or you would have put a buy limit and been ready for it to touch.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, what was you waiting on, Sheila?
See, that's why I got stuck
You
earlier
waiting on
today.
that move right there? You waiting on to miss the move, right? You want to wait till it does the move already?
Basically, that's probably why I was, in the situation I was today. So, okay, put it in earlier because I know this is the zone. So just put the buy limit because I know it's going to touch.
There you go.
Okay.
When you have that engulfing candle, it's almost like it's not guaranteed, but this is what we're saying. It's one of the most high probable times is that first touch and that second touch. If you wanna get in and not have to think about it, look for engulfing candles.
Mm-hmm.
And if it has not come back and retouched that zone, that's a fresh zone, right?
Right. Yes.
A fresh zone. So you put the buy limit at the zone.
Okay.
And you wait for the trade to come to you. It picks you up and carries you up, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That would have been, so now that we broke through the zone,
mm-hmm.
right, on that third one, now it's created another demand zone. Now we're back to the first touch again.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So touch one. Where is this going to probably go up to, Sheila?
It might go up to this. Oh, wait. It might go up to here.
Previous level of consolidation.
Yeah, well, I guess where it was before. So here?
Up there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You guys see that? Now you also see that it's that candle, the candle that it's in right now, the last candle has already broken above the trend line. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Already closed above the trend line. So now what I would really do, Sheila,
mm-hmm.
is go down to the 4-hour chart.
Okay.
Because we in the game now, in real life, right? We in the game now.
Right.
Okay. Lengthen it up some. There we go. Okay, now there we go. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So y'all see it, that candle closed above the trend line, right?
Yep.
Okay. So now we know that we're expecting a second touch at some point.
Right.
We don't know when, but couldn't you still go in and do a buy limit at that zone?
Yes.
Because it's going to come and touch it at some point.
Yes.
Yes. You could do that.
Okay. So that I will do, put in another buy limit, and I have to admit though, this is what I'm going through because this is my income. I'm like, okay, can I go down to a smaller time frame and trade in between this zone? So I've been going to the 15-minute chart to get into what's going in the same direction that this is going until it gets up to here. That's
so what's the rule of thumb, Sheila?
The rule of thumb is don't trade in the middle.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Yep.
So in other words, is your impatience causing you to want to violate the rule? Now you could go down you could go down, but you better find another support resistance line.
Yes, and that's what I've been doing. I've been really strict with myself with where I enter. So it has been a support resistance, but because, it looks different to my eye, I'm like, I don't trust myself, but I think it.
But scroll, make it, that's good, the height, but come down and put the minus sign. So the candles are closer together. Yeah.
Okay.
Come back so I can see some of the left though.
Okay.
I only know that black space. I need to see what Garth is doing.
Okay.
Okay. So where would you put another support resistance line? That's okay, she can.
And I'm telling her to come out here so she don't go by herself.
But she's a public guys.
Okay. Here. I think I'll put that there. And here.
Okay. So there we go. Okay.
Now, I must also tell you, I have put the quarters in my chart too. One of the bonuses that Oren gave us at the end of our training with him.
Yeah.
So I put those on my MetaTrader 4 chart too. And I found that has been helpful too for me seeing what price does with them. Some of them usually line up really close to the support and resistance lines. So I've done that in my smaller time frame too. But I just added this one, and this one.
Okay. And those, that's fine, right? But those would be great. No, I'm not. Don't sit down. We're not gonna start this tonight. I'm not almost done. I just started. Those would also be good, like support resistance anyway. Y'all see that? Like even if it weren't quarters, I would probably have a line at those points anyway. You see that? So good that it matches up and you're able to see it. That's a plus. Okay. So now you got price where it is right now. The rules will apply. So now you see that now it's consolidation right before where it is now. And before that, you had that big green candle bust above that zone, didn't it?
Yes.
It bust above that zone. So if you were going to try to catch the trade going up, Sheila, what would you have had to do after you saw that big green candle close?
I would have put a buy limit here on this line.
A buy limit. Hold on, that's at the top that's at the top. Why would you put a buy limit there?
Oh, well, I thought this is where I probably need to be corrected. I thought since it broke through, even though there was a chance for it to come down and retest half of this candle, that it still possibly would still go up because it broke through. That's what my thought was. But first thing would be for this candle to be retested first, at least half of it.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Okay.
Like, let's not try to, you know what I'm saying? We make it so hard. Yeah, it's like it broke through that zone right there. It breaks through that zone right there. We're looking for at least 50%, guys, right?
Yes.
So 50%, Sheila, if you were in on this trade at 50%, you would have rolled this thing all the way up already to what?
If I was in here at 50% of the candle, I would have gone up to here.
There you go. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, if you had stayed in the trade beyond that point, then it would have brought you all the way back down, right? You would have had no profit. You see that candle right there?
Which one? This one? No.
Down. Down, right there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That candle right there came down, and it would have balanced out where you got in the previous candle at 50%.
Right.
So if you had got out at that support line, at that resistance line, you would have bagged it up.
Right. Exactly.
But if you did not get out, then you would have come down. You would have probably come back down to zero again, right? But then you would have been all the way back up to where you are now.
Yes. And that's what happened to me today.
Okay. So the thing is, You always secure the bag though, especially if what you're saying is, hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second, guys.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
So basically, you don't put in the trade until it crosses a support resistance line, right?
That's the thing I'm working on as far as my patience go, because the point is,
That's what I don't have.
the point is that's where we actually get a better bang for our buck when it comes to the pips. We wait to enter on that point of resistance or support, or the supply or demand zone point. Yeah.
I'm starting to understand like that's what I have to do, and what I've been like back testing or whatever. I've been seeing that a lot of times, even with the Fibonacci, I think I looked at Steven Doyle teaching out his Fibonacci. He said as long as you see a big bullish candle, whichever way it's going, then you enter. That's what you should enter. That's when you should enter buy to the next Fibonacci zone.
Mm.
But I mean, and to me, that's like basically the same as a support and resistance. So
Right.
I'm saying every time we see a support and resistance line and we want to enter, they keep telling us, look at the big bullish candle and do everything after that. So that's what I'm kind of taking from all this.
All entries, all TPs, all stop losses are at a level of support and resistance, period. That's all it is. You know, all you're doing is you're entering at a level of support of resistance and you're exiting at a level of support and resistance. That's how you secure your bag, because you know that there's support and resistance, and you know, boom, it's going to eventually hit it. But if you get in the middle of the trade, it's like being in the middle of the sky. You're in a room, right? Support is the floor, resistance is the ceiling. You don't get in midair. You got nothing to push off of, you know. So you either hang on the ceiling, drop down, or you get on the floor and you push up, jump up, you know. So that's how it works.
Makes sense. That makes sense. That's actually very helpful because I'll tell you, my point is, I think my problem is just the entries. Like I can look at a chart now, like thanks to Tracy, I can really I'm doing good with that. It's just now it's like, okay. And then she's always talking about buy limits. Y'all don't put in buy stops.
Well, remember she was sharing to me to correct myself why I couldn't do the buy limit at first, because price had already passed the area where it would have made sense for me to put a buy limit, so I put in a buy stop. But yeah, a buy limit is where we're expecting it. Like, say for example, the price is where it is right now, and it may come all the way up here for for it to take profit or whatever. But from here, if we knew this was a 38.2 or 50% or 61.8 fib level, it could bounce off of this and come back down. And we could put a sell limit on this ahead of time, because it may come back down. And if it does, then the sell limit will be activated. If it doesn't, the sell limit won't be activated.
I think that's why I'm trading in the sky. Like I'm putting in buy stops, so I'm trying to catch everything going up instead of waiting and everything.
It all depends on your strategy. It's like waiting at a bus stop. You know, the bus stop is right there at the corner. The bus stop is a price point, but you don't know where the bus is at. You don't know if the bus is down the street, it's already past you, or it's going to come back and do a U. That's what determines whether you do a buy stop or a buy limit. You're waiting on when to catch the market, or you're anticipating the market to come your way. So basically, that's what buy stop or buy limit does.
Yeah, but like I said, what you have now with me not trading in the sky is, I think that's why. Every time I see when Tracy says the buy limit or sell limit, it's at a support and resistance line or reversal zone.
Correct.
Me, with my trading, because I'm putting in buy stops, I'm watching it bounce off that, and okay, I say, okay, it came from the support resistance line, but now I'm trying to catch it going in the middle. And that's why I'm saying, like I said, I never heard it say buy stops. And now I'm understanding why. I think I should stop doing those. I will do sell limits and buy limits, but now because I kind of understand it better, especially with you need price to push off something, so you can't push off the sky. You got to push off the ceiling on the floor. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I've had to go take care of Jay, but so are we good? So Sheila, right? So
Yes.
big candle went up, right? It
Yes.
closed above the zone. You would have came in and put a buy limit at 50% of that big candle.
Yes.
It would have carried you up.
Mm-hmm.
The easiest thing to secure the bag would be to get out at the previous level of resistance, which you had or support, and you got this line marked off. Okay, great. Right now, look left for me. Let me see what's left.
Okay. Okay.
Keep going.
Oh, okay.
Keep going. Okay. I'm trying to see. Okay, right there. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, do you see where price? You see the green dotted line?
Green
Where
dotted.
price is right now? Up.
Uh.
Down. Right there by your map. Right there.
Oh yeah.
That's
Sorry.
where-
My internet is unstable. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Yes. So this is current price.
Right. If you go left, where is the previous level of consolidation at?
Over here.
Down.
Oh snap.
Right
Here?
there. No.
Oh.
Back over there. Keep going.
Here.
That right there.
Yes.
You see that?
Yes.
And at the top of that could be your the top of that could be your take profit.
Right. Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily, it has to be that particular line. That's why I want everybody to understand that you want to look left for your previous level of consolidation.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because you get in the trade, where are you going to go to? The previous level of consolidation.
And are you specifically looking to have your take profit below or above? Just like you told me it was above this consolidation here.
But we're going up. We're going up. So I'm looking for it to go to the top of it, because the last time it went to the top of it, it turned around and came down. You see that?
Okay, yes. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It came to the top of it and then it turned around and came down. If I were selling,
Mm-hmm.
then I would want to come to the bottom of it,
Right.
because it came to the bottom before it went back up.
Gotcha. Okay, that helps.
Right? Which is why we're like, okay, a price reversal area.
Mm-hmm.
That's a price reversal area, essentially.
Okay.
Consent in that particular case, right?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. And you want it. So yes. So now if you come back to the right, where price currently is right now, now we see why price is pulling back right there. You see that?
Yes.
It went up, but it's pulling back. Everybody see that?
Yep.
Why is it creating that wick right there? Why is it pulling back? Because right below that is where there was a previous level of consolidation. That's where you would have took your take profit.
Okay. Understood. Helps me. Okay.
So technically, there's multiple ways we could look at this. Mm-hmm. That big candle came up, it closed above the zone, right? Mm-hmm. First thing is 50% of the candle buy limit. Mm-hmm. If you had have done that, you could have rolled that up to your next support, your next resistance line, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. You could have done that. Or you could have stayed in the trade. Mm-hmm. You stayed in the trade, it would have brought you back down, right? Mm-hmm. That way, it would have brought you back down, but then it would have took you back up to what? The previous level of consolidation.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you can do it however you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because, and it has a lot to do with, let's say you had a bigger account. I don't know, you had 3 standards on that. Mm-hmm. You had 3 standards on that. You only need that. Let me see. I don't know what that pip is. The distance is. Measure that out, Sheila. From like the bottom of those red wicks. Yeah, 50% right there. up to your support resistance?
The first one or the second one?
The second one.
Okay, so that's about, I can't see.
Like
6.
18 pips.
Yes.
Right, like 18 pips. So I mean, and how many 15 minutes have we been in for 15 pips?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
So you would have been in this for, let's say you got in at that 50% line, let's say the first one, 1, 2, 3, an hour. 1, 2, 3, 2 hours. In 2 hours, you'd be back to zero.
Right.
Okay, 2 hours. 1, 2, 3, 3 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. In 4 hours, you would have hit your take profit, but you would have only been at 15 pips in 4 hours.
Right. Right.
In this particular case. You guys see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So if you're doing larger lot sizes, for example, that could be worth it to you, right?
Yes.
But if you're just catching 15 pips, let's just say, and I don't know what you're at, but let's say you're at, you're doing a mini lot at dollar lot size, $2 lot size. I mean, you would have taken half a work day to make $15.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now that could be great if that was $150, right, or $1,500. Like, we're not tripping.
Right.
But the thing is, you got to be able to eye the move, though. That's the move.
Right.
If you're going to trade in the middle, then you need to come down to the lower time frame, find the support resistance, and now do your 50% thing of that candle.
Right. Okay. Well, that helps because, believe it or not, I did have this as my 1.32021 as the take profit actually in JFX. But again, I wasn't 100% sure, so I just said I'm taking my 10 pips with a larger lot size. That's what I did. But yeah, as you see how long it took to get there.
Okay. Right. Now if you're Willie, right, for example, Willie, you want to trade in the middle again? Okay, well, you have to wait until it gets to the next zone, right? So now, in the zone that it's in right now, if you go back 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, right there, that's the candle that closed above the zone, right? And then that next candle came down and retested the zone. You see that? That's when you would get in. If you want to trade the middle, you still want to wait for the retest. Why? Because no retest, what?
No entry.
No entry. No retest, no entry. Why? Because if it's not retesting, you could have got in on a buy stop, Willie. You could have got on a buy stop, right? At that 32023, and you'd be negative right now, wouldn't you? You'd be negative because it pulled you all the way back down.
Right.
Why? Because there's no retest. You would have no pippage. You would enter the trade, you'd be happy for 5 seconds, and it would pull it all the way down on you like that. When, if anything, you would need to just wait. Wait until it now breaks above to the next zone, right? Breaks above to the next zone and retest the zone. That's when you get in again.
And that can be a whole week.
Well, this is a 15-minute chart though. So it might be the next 15 minutes. I don't know.
I usually do the hour, but yeah, on a 15-minute.
So when you come to the charts to trade, I mean, your charts is all marked up, everything is good. You're basically looking on a 15-minute chart for your entries.
It depends. I'm really looking. My ideal scenario is to find the supply and the demand zone. My ideal scenario is I want to get in at supply or I want to get in at demand, because then that way I can ride the whole trade all the way back. If I get in at demand, I know my ultimate take profit is going to be at supply. You see what I'm saying? That, like, if I did one trade, I could do one trade from demand, right? All take profit at supply. Now, if I want to get in the middle of that and start capitalizing, now all these other rules come into play, right? So now, yes, I need to count how many times it's touched. I need to see if it's crossed over the trend line. I need to see if it's breaking through to another zone and retesting. I need to do all of that if I'm going to play in the middle of the field. But if I'm in the end zone and they kick the ball, right? Well, I don't know what it's called. Y'all know the football language. But let's say after a team does a touchdown, right? The other team kicks it, right? And then when the other team kicks it back, that other team usually is going to try to run it all the way back as far as they can. Is that right? I don't know what that's called. What's that called? When they kick it and the person catches it, like I know.
Kick off and kick return.
Yeah. There we go, Jay. Okay, yes, the kick return, right? So now, for me, I want the kick return, right? I want to be the one to catch the ball and run all the way from one end zone all the way to the other end zone if I can. But if I get tackled in the middle of the zones, the man zone, supply zone, I get tackled in the middle, how do I get back in the game? I got to play by yards now, don't I? We got to play by zones. You understand what I'm saying? You got to play. You can't just whatever to now measure how far the ball is going. Now that I'm in the middle, that I got tackled from the kick return, I can't just get up from there and just keep running. I mean, I could, but strategically, I just want to move the ball down the court. I mean, down the field, right? And I do that based on what? Yards of 10, right? So if you look at your zones as like yards of 10, you want to move the ball, what? 10 yards first down, 10 yards first down, 10 yards first down. Now, if I see an opportunity where I can pass the ball, I can throw the ball, and I can go through two zones, and I can get 30 yards and still get the first down, then so be it. But how many times do y'all see the running back with the ball just try to get to the first down line? Right? Doesn't he try to do that sometimes? Like, could he possibly run through all of the line and try to get to the end zone on the other side? But sometimes he's looking at his opposition. He's like, nah, I'm straight. I'm just gonna try to run this ball to the first down without getting hurt. Right? That's what we're doing. The ball, that long green candle, the ball went up, right? It closed. We're gonna get the ball and run to where? The next level of consolidation. What's that? The 10 yards. Let's just get the first down. Get the first down. And then start over if you need to. Okay, now we're gonna start over. When it goes up and it retests, we're gonna kick off right there. We're gonna go how far? To the next level of consolidation. Boom, first down.
Well done. I know Andre would have been proud, Tracy. Thank you for that, because it always helps that you add the sports analogy to it. It really does.
I can't always describe what it is, but I know the basic of the game. You know, I know the name, the terminology of it.
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now, even on where the price is right now, it could potentially come down and retest the second time. It could, couldn't it?
Yes.
It could. Could you put a buy limit right there?
Right here, yes.
You could.
Mm-hmm.
You could.
Okay, gotcha.
Right, but if you do that, this is a 15-minute chart. We need to move up and see what's really happening up.
Okay, 4 hour? Oh, sorry.
Wait. Go back for a second.
15 minute? Okay. Oh, 15 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because you see where that big candle broke through that zone?
Yes.
It came down 50%, but it never came down to retest the line, did
Right,
it?
no.
You guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
It came back 50%, and it gave us some pippage of 15 pips, but it never tested the line.
Right.
It's a fresh little zone right there. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
You knew to pick it up at 50%. That's great, but it never came back to touch the line. It could come all the way back down and touch that line before going back up.
Right.
It could.
Okay.
So that's why we need to now go up to like the hour chart. Let me see what's going on the hour chart.
Okay.
right? I mean, based on the hour chart, it could come all the way back down to retest the trend line. Y'all see that?
This one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It could come all the way back down there. Go to the 4-hour chart.
Okay. Sorry, hold on.
Okay. So as you guys can see, what it's starting to look like, is that it might be starting to form a swing high. You see that, Sheila?
Yes, I do. So like this having 2 candles to the left of it, then it would need to have 2 candles to the right of it later.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Because we got a swing low down there. Don't we have a swing low?
Yes.
Right? So, Sheila.
Oh, sorry. This one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So that's the swing low.
Mm-hmm.
The swing low, if that's forming a swing high, because we won't know until 2 candles later, right, Willie? We won't know, but we gotta wait. We're not in it yet. We gotta wait. Then we would do what? Draw the fields, Sheila, right?
Mm-hmm. From the bottom up, or from
correct.
Okay.
And then we're looking for our sweet spot. Right now, this is just hypothetical because we don't know if this is the swing high, do we?
No, we don't know.
We don't know yet. But if, let's just say it is the swing high, then we're looking at 61.8, 50, and 38.2. That's our sweet spot. To do what? To get back in on the uptrend.
Right. Well, I'm glad that you talked that through just now, because I know in my sleep I had a dream about this, and I was like, I'm just a tad confused of when I'm going up versus when I'm going down, and you just confirmed that because we're in a buying trend. Okay. Go ahead, Willie.
I thought we don't use the fibs unless we have a swing high and swing low. I mean, I know
the hypothetical. I just said.
I know that, but I mean, this makes sense. Even if it doesn't, it just makes sense. That's what I'm sorry.
I mean, it's a forecast. It's a forecast because the candle that's coming after this candle that's currently in motion, that next candle could go up. If that candle goes up, all bets are off on this analysis. Do you see what I'm saying? This analysis is only accurate so long as 2 more candles are below that current candle.
Yeah.
If the next candle comes in and it starts to go above this candle, that's no longer, this candle is not the high anymore.
No, what you just cleared up for me is you see it, 1,000 people just throw fibs on this, just like that. And I didn't understand it then. And then the other day you said, oh, we need to swing high, swing low. So I understood it. But then I still see that's how they do swipe trades. You know, Justin Allen, he throw that up there and throw everything, and he's making up his chart. You just explained, thank you. That's the hypothetical why you throw fibs. Mike was bugging me about it. I could explain that to him too. Because he kept saying, we see people all the time, they just drill the fibs up from the low to the high. They don't wait for a swing high, swing low. I kept telling them, they should say wait for a swing high, swing low. That's what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
But now I see what you mean. So you do that for the hypothetical future thing. I got you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So in other words, if I'm analyzing GU, right? If I'm analyzing GU and all I got time is right now, right? Right now at this time of day when you got kids over there, right? So you sitting there right now. All I got is right now. You could throw it up there and you might have to type some notes in your chart, right? And throw your notes. Your notes might say, all right, swing, fib right here, and waiting for 2 more candles to close below this, right? If 2 more candles close below this, I'm gonna go ahead and stick my buy limit in at the 61.8 at the 50, 38.2, right? If I come back to this chart in 4 more hours or 8 more hours, right? We want 2 more candles to close. If I come back in 8 more hours and now there's candles above the line of my Fibonacci, then now I need to redraw my Fibonacci and now see where 61.8 is. Now see where 50% is. Now see where 38.2 is, and now consider that. So if you at least know where you are right now, it doesn't mean it's solid, but at least means you can start giving notes to yourself about what you should be looking for. I'm looking for 2 more candles to close below here. If 2 more candles close below here, I know I got my swing high, I got my swing low. Now I know my sweet spot zone I'm looking to get in at. Everybody understand what I'm saying? If the 2 candles come in and I come back and I get 2 candles sitting on top of my fibs, obviously that previous candle I drew the fib on is not the high anymore. Now I need to extend my fib, and now I gotta wait again. Now I need to wait for 2 more candles to close below once again to confirm that's the high. Now find the new 61.8, 50, and 38.2. That's really session 3 stuff, but it's all meshing together at this point. Yeah.
Tracy, I have a quick question. So you've managed to train your eyes to look immediate left to find your swing low. Like I missed this. I was looking down there first. So
think of it like this. Think of it like this. When you have a higher high and a lower high, after it creates that, it's going to create a new high, right? What's the most recent low?
Gotcha. Okay.
Right? That low down there, that it already had its own swing high and swing low, and it's already pulled back, didn't it?
Yes.
It pulled back already and created this new low.
Okay.
In fact, take the fib. Let's see what that is. Take the fib, pull it down there to the low, down the low, pull it down there, and then pull that high down to that first swing high.
This
one. And let's see. And where did it pull back at? Right there, right there. Where did it pull back?
Here.
It pulled back right between the 50 and the 38.2, right?
Yes.
So if you had to put a buy limit, yeah, if you had to put a buy limit at 38.2, it would have picked you up. You'd have went down a little bit, but it would have picked you up, and you rolled that thing all the way up to what? The previous level consolidation. When right now, if you look left at where price is, where's the previous? Well, actually, come down, because we got in down. I forgot we on that swing. Right, we would have got in right here. So the previous level of consolidation looking left is where, Sheila? Boom, right there. Up. At the top of that, right where price closed, right in there.
Okay.
That's where you would have rolled that up to. Okay. If you had got in down there at the bottom of that, if you had got in right there, you would have technically rolled it up to that previous level of consolidation.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it. All righty. Thank you. I hope everybody else is seeing it too. I know it takes training on my eyes, but this helps that you pointed it out this way.
Yeah, so the swing high and the swing low is nothing more than your higher high, your higher low, your higher high, your higher low. If it's already pulled back to create a low and to go up, then now that's the new low.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or that's the new swing low.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
You got it.
You want me to do anything else or stop sharing?
Okay, you got it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. Good job.
Thanks.
Yeah, you can stop sharing. All right, who's going next? Oh, real fast, everybody, we got Jay Marine on today. It's his birthday, so everybody tell Jamie happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jamie.
Happy birthday,
Jamie.
Happy birthday, Jamie.
Woo-woo.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man.
We can't hear nothing you saying, but okay.
Thinks it's a party at his place.
Oh.
Oh, I said I'm getting old, but I appreciate the love.
Wait, man.
Nah, for real, y'all, I appreciate the love. Thank you.
Okay. So y'all love this Euro USD. Okay. So we back. Who is this? Edna. This Edna?
No, it's me.
Oh, Mariah. Okay, yes, sir. All right.
Well, since this was a topic today,
Mm-hmm.
I picked the this supply zone
Mm-hmm.
right here. I'm sorry, right here.
Mm-hmm.
The large red candle, and then engulfing,
Mm-hmm.
the engulfing candle right there. For,
Mm-hmm.
and same thing right here as far as my demand zone goes.
Mm-hmm.
Candle right there. And I did my on the line chart. I did that's why I went off of to get my support and resistance lines.
Okay.
I got a question about this though. Would you say this is kind of off my my trend line?
Well, the way that you do it is you take it to the top of that, which is what you have it at, and you bring it down to where it touches the first, where you get the first touch at. So you pretty much got that. I mean, I think that's probably I would probably come down a little bit now, right at the kind of up a little bit, maybe like right there, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So as far as
and then you gotta remember, it depends on when you drew this, right? So
I drew this last night. I was practicing. So.
Okay. So then that green line was there last night, that other one, right?
Correct.
Okay, got it. All right.
All right. All right, so I'm on a daily right now. We got, well, as far as the demand go, I still don't know the difference, not quite yet, without the demand zone and the supply zone. I've still got to look at my my notes. All right, but the demand zone is the green. So first thing I'll look at is where to put my entry in is the first, look to the left and look at my first touch on the demand zone. I would say it's this one right here.
Mm-hmm. That's the first touch.
That's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's the first one. And then it goes up, and then this is obviously the second one.
Right.
But it kind of breaks through.
Hold on.
All right. Let me see. So boom, boom.
Inside the shower. Okay. I got my other daughter here with me for the week, so I'm at the pool. All right. So the first touch. Now the thing is, So see, the thing is, you got your first touch, right? Then you turn around and you see this big supply candle coming down. Right? Oh, well, not supply candle, but a bear candle.
Right.
The huge candle.
So I would actually start from there.
You could have. You could have. In this case, you got to start looking at other things, right? The fact that candle is like that's a lot of speed in that candle, isn't it? Yeah. Like think of a moving train. That train is blowing through those zones like a maniac, right?
Yeah.
So you came up, you got your first touch. That's fine. And then you could have put a second buy limit right there. You could have done that. Mm-hmm. But you see what happened, right? Now, your stop loss always goes where?
You said the stop loss?
Yeah, stop loss.
About 3 pips below, 3 to 5 pips below the zone?
Below the low.
Below the low.
Okay, and where's the low prior to that big red candle? Where's the low?
Right here.
Right there, right? So you see that price came down there, but it wouldn't hit your stop loss.
Right.
Where it could have, I don't know, this is the daily chart.
You want me to go closer?
Put one, I want you to put one right there. So let me see, hold on. Get your crosshair. Okay. Now come up, go up to the bottom of that candle. Move over to the left a little bit so I can see the bottom of the wick. Okay, there. Now come down right there. So that's at what? 1.5. 1.5.
It's
1.3.
15135.
Right. So then 3 to 5 pips below that, 3 pips would be 1.510. 5 pips would be 1.5 what? 08.
Let me see. Hold on.
1.3 minus 5 is 8, right? 13 minus 5 is 8.
15135. Okay.
So 1.508. So right in there.
Okay, right there. Yeah.
Right. So maybe it could have hit your stop loss, right? I don't know. So then you have to put it there, and then let's go down to like the hour chart, and let's look at it.
I'm gonna just put a like a horizontal line right there.
Yeah.
All right. I think we just stay full right there.
Okay, good. Now go down. Yeah, let's see. Would it have hit it? Well, we're not there yet. You got to go back. Variety, just hit that minus. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. I think it's right here, right?
Keep going. Let's see. I don't know.
Right there. I think it's right there.
Okay, keep going. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the point where it did it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So I mean, it probably would took you out the game.
Yeah, it would have took me out the game probably if I did that.
Right. So you would have got your first touch. Right. You would have got your first touch.
Uh-huh.
And then if you had to put a second one in there, you would have got it stopped out.
Right here.
You would have got stopped out right there. Okay. However, this is still a demand zone, right? Mm-hmm. So we know price is gonna turn around and come up out of that zone at some point, right? Kept pulling back. It didn't close below the zone though, did it?
No, it didn't. It just went down there.
That's right. It went down there, but it didn't close down there. And we're in a demand zone. So now we gotta wait until we have that next big candle come up out of there. It's not an engulfing because we already marked it as a demand zone with the engulfing. So that next that green candle over to the right. That one came out of there, and now that's like another confirmation that we're getting ready to start buying again.
Okay.
Right?
So that would have been the first hit for me.
Well, that would have been the first close after we would have got stopped out.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
Then we would have came down and we could have put a buy limit
right here.
Buy limit at the top of the zone, right there. Yeah. Then that red candle would have picked us up. It would have took us down some, but then we would have went up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And we would have went all the way up to.
Well, I said next level consolidation, which is right here.
Yep. Right. Like if you use your crosshairs, see at the top.
Oh, all right.
Not the wick, but the candles. Come down. Top of the candles. Top of the candle. Come down a little bit. Come down. Okay, like probably right in there. Right? Now that would have been a close one. Right? It would have been a close one because it would have depended on spread, right? It depended on the broker. It might have triggered your take profit, and it might not have triggered your take profit.
Okay.
Right? So this is why sometimes you'll hear them say, well, go at least a pip or so below. Right? So you see your zone, or you see your previous level consolidation right there. Mm-hmm. You don't always know. I mean, most times it's gonna come there, but sometimes it could wick up and you barely miss it. So if you come down a pip or so, then it probably would have got you. It would have triggered. You would have been out the trade, done.
Okay, so just go a pip below. Pip or two below.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes just to be safe. All right. Okay. Great. So then you would have went down from there. You would have went up there. You would have got out. Right.
Yeah.
Then you got out. Then you could have came down. You could have put in a buy limit again. Right. And then it would have got you where?
All right. So I put in right here.
Yep.
Put in right here, and then I stopped right there, and then I would have put it. I would have put it in right there.
That's right. It would have picked you up right there. That's
right there.
place number 2. Right.
And then it would have came up, and I probably would have got out right here because actually I don't know. Is this really consolidation? If it's just two?
Yeah, that's 2 days. 2 days it wasn't doing nothing.
You're right. That's days. I'm on the days chart. You're right. All right. So I probably would have got out like right here. Stop. Yeah.
Okay, but as you can see, it's going up and it's not really breaking above that trend line just yet. So you're in consolidation as it is. You see that?
Yeah.
I mean, this whole time is consolidation.
Yeah, you're right.
So you could trade that, right? But after you see this consolidation happen, like, okay, you know what? I'm waiting. It's hitting that trend line. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till it either break through that trend line and retest, or break down on that trend line and retest.
Okay.
Right? Just because it's consolidation, so much consolidation before where you are.
Okay. So if I was like at today right now, well, a little early, yeah, today. Which is
I will wait.
Yeah. I would wait till it retests the trend line.
Or because it can turn around and drop down on you. Right? It's in the trend line, but it looks like it's rejecting the trend line right now. Y'all see that? It's not necessarily closing above the trend line. It's playing around, but we don't know what direction that thing going in.
Okay, I got you.
Right? So I would wait. It needs to either close above, because then when it closes above the trend line, then I know I can come back and get that retest. Right? No retest, no entry. Right now, I don't see no retest. I mean, other than the fact that that green candle just closed above that zone. Okay, yeah, but I got a trend line at my ceiling. It ain't nowhere.
Yeah.
There ain't no room. So it's retesting that line right there that it just crossed above, but it's at the top, it's hitting that trend line. So now you just stuck. Nothing. Might as well just wait.
Okay.
Because if anything, it could turn around and come back down. But as you can see, it already made a higher low. Do y'all see that?
Higher low. But right here?
Yeah, that's a higher low. See the previous low? Where's the previous low, Rod?
The previous low would be right here.
Exactly. So it's already made a higher low. You see that?
Right there, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't want to buy. I don't want to sell.
You're right.
I don't want to sell because it's making a higher low, potentially.
So you're waiting for the swing high at this point.
Well, I'm waiting for a breakout of consolidation.
Okay. So a big candle, pretty much. You're looking for a big candle.
Or a series of candles. I just need it to, or it needs to break and close above that trend line. Something needs to happen. Right now, it's planned.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's doing that. I don't know
you.
what it's gonna do. It could come back down. It could turn around and go back up. I don't know. It closed above that. See that white line?
Right here.
Yeah, that green candle closed above that line and it came down and retested right there already. The red candle right next to it. It came down and retested. You see?
Yeah.
So down there it retested. You could have went in up for a buy, right? You would have went up to where? The trend line.
Yeah, the trend line.
Right? But there's no room. My point is, there's no room in there. You see that? From that right line to the top of your trend line, it ain't no room.
Yeah.
So for me personally, I would be waiting unless I was already in the buy.
Okay.
If I was already in the buy, then I'm in the buy. I'm blue. And the only reason I would have been in the buy is because I would have got in at the zone and not got out. So
okay.
Wait.
As far as this goes, but I mean, you want me to go to another pair?
No, I mean that's the pair you pick. I want you to be able to identify where you get in at and out at. Can you do that?
Yeah, I saw that for sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then you're good. We'll give somebody else a shot.
Okay.
All right, who else wants to go?
where I just did, that was my pair. So that's basically Euro USD. That second area of supply that you saw, because I drew both of them basically, Tracy, on that one. So like I got an area at the top where there was supply and demand, kind of replayed my chart. Just like it was never.
You want to show me, Gary?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ever see it, Tracy?
Okay, so supply zones. I mean, could that be a supply zone? We might need a more master trader to answer that, because the reality is that you're at the bottom of the chart. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Supply zones are going to come from the top of the chart.
Right.
So just because it's a red candle, I mean, even if it were a supply zone, okay, great. You're down right there at a demand zone. If you get in at the demand zone, do you see why you would have got right out at the top of, you got right out at the supply zone?
Right.
Because if you get in at demand, you take profit at supply. So there's nowhere to go. That's what I'm saying, the variety, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
That's why price is bouncing around, because it's at the top, it's two zones right there. But if we use our broader analysis, we know it's a downtrend. We know we in a demand zone, and we can see this thing's already created a higher low. So if I had to make an assumptive guess, I wouldn't guess that this thing is getting ready to drop down any further. Right? I would make the assumptive guess that it's going to now break up through that zone that you have as a supply zone. Why? Well, because look how many times it touched that supply zone. It came down, right? And then it went up through, almost hit the top of the zone. That was one, right? Then it came down, went back down to demand, went up again, boom, that's two.
Right.
Come on to the left a little bit. To the left a little, right? That's one. That's one up there.
Okay.
Then it came down, followed it down, right? And then it went back up. Where's the back up? Boom. That's two right there, right? Then it came down again, didn't it? And then hit it again, right? Go up, go up, go up. Boom. That's three. Isn't it three?
Yeah.
Everybody see that? Isn't that three times? Okay. It came down a little bit. And what do we know? Usually on that fourth one, it's going to blow. Right? So I'm not looking to do anything but buy, but I'm not going to buy right now because I needed to go up a close above there to confirm that that's now the move. But in terms of my analysis, that's why I'm not looking for a sale. I'm not looking for a sale. Sale to where? The demand zone? It's right there. And it already created a new low. Like, where am I going to go to?
Right.
It's a risk, in other words. It's a high risk with not that much. I don't know. For me, that's risky. I would just wait. I would just wait. Right? Now, I could come back down, but I don't know. But you're in consolidation. Right? You need to wait for the breakout. So that's all I'm waiting for, the breakout on your USD. I wouldn't be doing nothing right now if you're not in it already. If you were already in it, then great. But if you're not, then just wait. Because it's gonna come back. If it breaks out to the upside, it's gotta come back down and retest, don't it? You're not gonna lose nothing. You let it break out. It's gonna come back down. Just get it when it comes back down.
Like you say, wait on it, right?
Yeah, just wait. So you might mark up your chart as a note. You might put a note in there like, okay, what are you waiting for? I'm waiting for a breakout. You're believing the breakout's going to be to the upside. So look, wait for a breakout to the upside, and then once retests, come in and put in my buy limit. Because what you really need to start doing now, Gary, is you can now start drawing your uptrend line and trap the market. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Why don't you do that? Get your array and draw your trend line, because now we have a low and a higher low.
That right here.
Okay.
Up $10, 23 kind of USD.
Come down, Gary. The first touch.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. So that's kind of what we're looking at, roughly, right? So I mean,
Yeah,
price could come down and touch that trend line again, right?
Right.
But I'm not in the trade until it does. If I'm not trading in the middle like that, right? So it needs to come down to the trend line. If it comes down to the trend line, that's the second touch of that trend line. I buy right there and buy it up. That's much more probable to me than right now where it is. I don't know what hell direction that's going in.
Right.
Do y'all see what I'm saying? Right? So you got that uptrend going. Okay, well, I'll wait. I'll either wait for a breakout now, or I'll wait till it come back down and touch my trend line and then break out. Like something's got to happen more than what's happening. There's no volume in the market. Y'all see that little bitty behind candle? And it's a daily chart. So that little old candle, it's no volume. Go down to the 4-hour chart here. All day, that's all Euro USD did. Look. Nothing. Consolidation. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, go to 1 hour. Nothing. Right? So it's hitting the top of that zone, or hitting the top of that trend, or the bottom of that trend line. Okay, it's got to come back down and either bounce off that bottom trend line for me to buy, or it's got to break through that top trend line, come back down, retest, and then I buy. Because I believe it's going up based on our trend line we just drew, right? And the fact that it has a higher low. You see how you have to start kind of putting the concepts together, right? It can't just be just one thing.
Yeah.
Right?
So like you said, if you can't catch it in the demand or in the supply, those are your real sweet spots, right? As far as if you're gonna play in the middle, you gotta bring all the rules out. Yeah.
There you go. All right. You good? I believe, right? We got about 10 minutes, guys, and I got to jump off to get on my team call. Anybody else want to go? We got 10 more minutes. Where are you getting in the trade? All right, Cassandra, Taisha. Let's go. What do y'all?
I'm watching because I take over 10 minutes, Tracy. I want to take over 10 minutes tonight.
Well, if I gotta cut it, I cut it. But let's get it going because it's easy for me to help critique when I can see it like this and tell you where to go versus even though your screenshots help me see what you see, it's hard for me to guide you on what you should see.
Okay.
So, let's go. Oh my God. Girl, we done gave you all the analysis on Euro USD.
But the thing that I think I'm getting confused on is I know the daily is only for the market.
Okay.
But so do I not supposed to go down to the 4-hour and mark support resistance on there too?
Lord have mercy. Now, Willie, look, you the infected Thais. Lord help us. Listen, you can. Yes, if you want to trade and you want to go down to the 4-hour, go down to the 4-hour now, Thais. Go to the 4-hour. Okay. So based on the 4 hour, what would you be looking to do? Or do you now see that you can put in other lines of support resistance?
Yes, I do.
You could, right? Because you want to know now where your previous level of consolidation is based on the 4 hour chart. You could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So where would you want to put those lines of support resistance at? Now you know the white lines are your dailies, right? So now you're going to create some more. Then now you need to know which ones are your 4 hours.
Okay.
I got a question. So when you trading off the 4 hours, you if you want to be more precise on where to get in, you would want to actually draw some support resistance lines into the 4 hours too, right?
Yes, because now you're zoomed in. And if you're zoomed in, you can see more detail, right? And if you can see more detail, then now you need to tighten up your zones.
But Tracy, if we keep going down and doing that, then I'll just buy another 1,000 lines.
But that's on you. Then you got to decide where enough is enough. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you're not trading at the 5-minute level. You're not trading at the 15-minute level. Not really. Not with supply and demand. You doesn't understand. Supply and demand is not a scalp strategy, right? Supply and demand is not a scalp strategy. But if you have your lines on there and you want to scalp, then yeah, you're going to need to draw all those lines, and then you're going to need to keep up with what those lines mean. That's why some people prefer to not do all that trading in the between like that. You could, but you still got to know where to get in and get out. You see what I'm saying? Now you don't have to get out. For example, if she wanted to trade this right here, right? She would have to wait. Why? Because where price is, we've already bounced off the daily. You guys see that? We've already bounced off the daily. Okay. And we are not even up at the 4 hour support, resistance line yet, are we? We're in the middle. We're in the middle of the zone. So now we gotta wait. Wait for what? Something else to happen now, right? Either now this candle or the next candle is gonna have to go up and close above the 4 hour. If it closes above the 4 hour, that yellow line she put at the top, if it closes above that, then we're gonna wait for it to come down and retest that, right? And if it comes down and retests that, then we can buy it up to where? The next daily. That's how we're trading off the 4 hour. It's the fact that, okay, you can't see that yellow line that she has right now. You couldn't see that on the daily. But if you want to trade, then you come down to the 4 hour, you find you another zone, and now you wait until price breaks and retests that zone. Now she could get in on the trade when it breaks above that 4 hour resistance line, right? And here's the thing, I would wait. Why? Because if you look left, Taisha, look left. See that big engulfing candle, even one more over. Right there. See that candle? It dropped down. It came back up and hit that 4 hour line once. Y'all see that? It came down, hit that 4 hour line twice, and now it could potentially hit the 4 hour line a third time, or it could break through. You guys see what I'm saying? You have to wait. This is the third touch on the 4 hour. So if you're going to trade the 4 hour, you still need to wait, because it's the third touch on the 4 hour based on 4 hour analysis. Because this is looking like a sale, right? You saw Gary, right? If you look all the way to the left, didn't Gary create a supply zone based on that big behind candle over there to the left? Okay, so we've come down and we've done that. Now, the other thing is, it could come all the way up and now touched that daily. See, how many times has it touched the daily resistance line? Taisha, answer that for me. How many times? See that big candle that broke through there?
Right.
Okay, it came down. How many times has price retested that daily resistance line?
6.
Show me the resistance line that I'm talking about.
This one?
Correct. How many times has, after that red candle broke through it,
Oh,
how many times has price come back and retested that white line?
once.
None.
Oh, because it didn't go all the way up and touch it.
Okay.
It would have went up here, it would have retested it once, right? But it has to touch and not be close. Is that right?
Right. Well, you got to remember, if you drew your supply zone encompasses the body of the previous engulfing candle. So if you look left, wouldn't the zone be above where that white line is?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a fresh zone, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So think about everything I'm saying. I said on the daily that we created a higher low, didn't we?
Right.
So I'm really looking for this thing to go up. I said that, right? On the daily.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to confirm that, then fine. We come down to the 4 hour. We come to the 4 hour, we can see that 4 hour support, 4 hour resistance line you just drew, that on the most recent engulfing candle, it's now getting ready to hit or possibly have its third touch. On third touches, we sit and wait. Why would we wait? Because when you have a supply zone, you're looking for sale opportunities, right?
Right.
You're looking for sale opportunities. So this thing came up, it hit the 4 hour once. We would have had a sale limit at the top. We would have dropped all the way back down to demand, right? We would have gained massive pips on that move, right, Gary? First time. Okay, great. Then it goes up. This time, not only to touch your 4 hour line you drew, but it also touches your red trend line, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's the second touch. We could have got in on the sale limit right there, right? And we would have came down and we would have got out where? Previous level of consolidation. Where's the previous level of consolidation? We would have got in right there. Where would our previous level of consolidation have been?
Right here.
On a sale. We're selling. So our take profit, if we got in at the yellow line, where would we take profit at?
Right here.
Why?
The previous level of consolidation.
So that's after. That's after. Previous is before. So we would have got in at the trend line almost, and we would have rolled that trade all the way down to where, Taisha? Go left. Previous, left. Left.
I'm confused.
Hold on. I wonder if you could give me request remote control. Let me request remote control. Yes, let me request this. You see it on your screen?
I do.
Okay, let me get remote control. Click to start remote control. Okay, can y'all see me with my mouse on the screen?
Yes.
Okay. See this area right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we always going to start where price is, and we're going to work our way left, right? So we work our way left, we see that this candle came down, and we can see that it was resistant in this area. Y'all see that? It came down and it's resistant. It's resistant. So it came down, it came up, it touched once. We could have put a sale limit right here, couldn't we? We would have rolled this trade down to the demand, right? Okay, great. Then we're gonna wait, right? We're gonna wait till what? It comes up again, a second touch. We could have got in right here on a second sale, right, Taisha?
Right.
And we would have came down to, I said, to where? And I'm saying we would have come down to, hold on, you on the NT4, hold on, let me see something. I don't know how to draw your thing, but we would have came down to where this is the previous level of consolidation over here. You see this?
Yes.
Previous, before, if I get in right here, I can't even see these candles yet, right? If I got in right here, so I gotta look what happened before. So right down here, which would have been right underneath this zone, or right underneath these candles. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
If I had to put my take profit right there, it would have went right and took profit right in here. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I would have got it right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you go down directly, go down and to the left a little bit, and then go to the left. Would that be the previous two or of consolidation? Previous level of consolidation?
Yeah, but this is the next. This is it's a higher zone.
Right. Okay.
Right. I'm going 10 yards. Right. So
Okay.
This is a zone. Is there consolidation in this zone? No. Is there consolidation in this zone? Yes.
Yeah. All right. Gotcha. All right.
If there's no consolidation in this zone, okay, down, then yeah, that would be. But I got consolidation in this zone.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take my profit in this zone at the bottom of it.
Gotcha.
Here, done. Now I gotta wait for a third retest to sell. But what happened? This candle closed. This is a 4-hour chart. This candle closed above the trend. When this candle closed above the trend, that's my warning sign that I'm not looking for sales anymore. Everybody understand that? This is a downtrend line that she drew, right? So now, if I have a big engulfing, this is an engulfing candle or not?
Yes, it is.
I got a big engulfing candle, which would mean that now I just created a new demand zone, didn't I? So now I got a big engulfing candle here. This is indicating we're making a shift in the market, right? So I got engulfing to the upside, demand zone. That's one thing. The second thing is I came up with this engulfing candle and I closed above a downward trend line, right? So if I closed above, I'm now looking for what? Come down and retest the trend line to go up, right? So that's my second confirmation. I'm really looking for a buy. My third confirmation is if I look at this came down, I hit once, I sold. I hit twice, I sold. Third retest, what do? We sit on our hands on the sell because it could very well break through on the buy. But that's what I'm looking for, is a buy, right? I'm looking for a buy. So now if I were going to buy, I would have wanted to get in at the retest of my daily support line. Y'all see that? Which also happened to be a second confirmation of testing my trend line. Isn't that 2 of our 4 confirmations? Support, is the price at support resistance? Yes, it is. Is price at a trend line? Yes, it is. Right? I would have got in right there. But now, where are we, Taisha? We in the middle of the zone. I can't buy or sell right now because I don't know if it's going to come down or if it's going to go up. So what is the next best thing I have to wait to do, Taisha?
Wait for it to break. Wait for it to break above.
Above what? Above what?
Above the resistance.
Okay, which one? This yellow 4-hour, right?
Yes.
Correct. So now we would wait. We would wait for price to go above the yellow resistance, break it. It would now create a support, right?
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to come back and touch the yellow line, right? So in other words, it'll come up, the candle will close above the yellow line. At that point, we could put in a buy limit at the yellow line, couldn't we?
Yes.
All right. If it came back down and hit our buy limit, Taisha, we would be in a buy up to where?
Until the daily resistance.
Okay, we could do that, but an even more secure is what?
Right here.
This level of consolidation. Right? We could have previous level there. Okay, it's fine though. It's just a few, not a big deal. But okay, let's roll with you. So we're gonna go up to the daily. If we go up to the daily, doesn't it now make sense to take right here, because as we look left, can't we see this big line? And now it has never come up and touched this line, has it?
No.
So that means if I roll it up to here, I would want to get out because this thing has a very high probable chance of now selling down, doesn't it?
Yes.
Why does it have a high probable chance of selling down, Taisha?
Because it's never been up there before.
Which means this is a first touch on this supply, isn't it?
Yes.
And first touch is high probable, isn't it?
Right.
So if anything, you would ideally, if we're just forecasting, we would want to wait for this to come up, retest, buy it up to here, then turn around and sell. Sell down to where? Previous level of consolidation. This will sell right back at the line that we got in on the buy at. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Does everybody see that? So there's nothing to do. There's nothing I would do. I mean, that's if we're trading the 4 hour, right? So the daily, I wouldn't be in it at all, right? Because I'm looking at, I'm going to wait. I said I was going to wait till it retested the trend line on the daily. Okay. But no, I'm eager. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait a day. Okay, great. I'm going to come down to the 4 hour. Can I get in now? No, you cannot. Why can't you get in right now, Taisha?
Because it hasn't retested.
It has already.
It hasn't broke above and retested.
That's correct. Because if it's no retest, it's no what?
No entry.
Correct. So now I'm even now more, I'm anxious. I still got to get in. Okay. Now this is where we go down to the 1 hour. Okay. So you want to still get in the trade. Okay, great. So now 1 hour, we're all the way here. Willie, you want to trade the 1 hour. Okay. Now this is why you need to draw more lines. If you want to trade, you see, if you don't need to trade, you don't need to draw more lines. I could just wait until price is crossed above my 4 hour and be done with it. But you want to hurry up and get in, for example. Okay, well then, yeah, you need to now draw some more lines in here. Y'all see what I'm saying? You don't have to draw more lines. But if you want to keep zooming in and you want to keep getting down from, looking at the map of the United States, so now you're going to look at a map of Georgia, so now you're going to look at a map of Atlanta, so now you're going to look at a map of Sandy Springs. This is a map of Sandy Springs. You understand what I'm saying? So now I want to see my exit, my exact exit off the highway. Okay, well then I might have to draw some more lines. In this case, I probably wouldn't draw any more lines because this is kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you might have a line right here. I don't know, maybe somewhere in there, right? That might be a line, but that's neither here nor there, really. You see what I'm saying? It's neither here nor there at this point. But even if I'm on the hourly chart, I mean, if I drew a line on the hourly chart, hold on, how do I get this thing? Lower, I cannot use MC4 for the life of me. Okay. How do I bring this line down? I'm trying to drag it ain't coming.
Double click it. And now drag it.
Oh, I'm on a Mac, so I have to hold it down with 2 fingers. Okay. So, I might look at this line. How do I, here, horizontal line properties. Let's see, this is an hourly chart. Okay, Tino, I'm coming. It's an hourly chart. Let's make it this blue. Okay, so now, okay, I might be able to do something here, Taisha, right? I might be able to do something here. Why? Because we retested. But yeah, we still kind of missed it, right? But now it's like, okay.
I could have put a buy limit right there and took it up to the daily.
The 4 hour.
4 hour.
Correct. You see what I'm saying? This is the point of having the multiple lines. It's not to confuse you. It's if you want to find a more precise point in time to get in, then you can do that, right? Or not. You could just wait. Okay, so this came down, boom. We closed above, but we've already retested the hour chart now, haven't we, Willie? you already retested that. Okay. So we only going up to here. Y'all see that? We only going to here. So that's, I mean, okay, so shit. Y'all want to still get in? Okay, let's go down to the 15-minute chart. Like, you shouldn't say there's only so much. Like, what are we doing? Only so much. Okay, so all right. No, I gotta get in on this Euro USD buy right now because I want to. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. All right, now I'm on the 15-minute chart. On the shoot, I'm back over. 15-minute chart. I gotta do what? Draw 15-minute support resistance, don't I? Okay, so now I got 15-minute support resistance. Let's see where we could put something at. I'm looking over here. I mean, maybe in here. Let me. How you get to your line chart on here?
The line chart?
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Right.
Yeah, the icon at the top.
I gotta read my house right now.
Okay. All right. So I mean, you know, maybe I could do. Okay, horizontal line. Maybe I could do right there. Right. Hold on. Properties of my line, I guess. Oh, that's the Euro.
No.
See, hold on. Cancel.
You would double click on the line and then right click. Like no, you'll see a white dot show up on the far end when you double click again on the line itself. Oh, like
the one now. Look, horizontal line.
And you no, get rid of that menu. Double click on the line that you just drew. Okay, now there's a white dot at the end. So now you can right click for the new menu.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Right click for the menu.
It won't let me right click.
Oh.
Click both clicks. That's a double click. You want a mouse, right? I mean mouse pad.
Yeah, a mouse. I mean this.
Yeah. Press both buttons at the same time. That's a right click.
Okay.
I just learned that.
Right. That's what I was trying to do. Okay, because I was trying, but I had to wait until this little white dot showed up first. Okay. Thank you guys. All right. So horizontal line properties. So now we're on the what? 15-minute. Okay. Let's make 15-minute something else. I don't know. What can we make 15 minutes? We got blue, we got yellow. How about this pink? Okay. Okay, great. So now that's a 15-minute line, right? Let's see. Going up, that's above there. I don't know. This might be. Oh. What the word did I just? So maybe somewhere in there, right? Okay, great. So now I'm gonna come back. Okay, how do I get back to your candles?
The one right beside it.
Right here? Okay, candlesticks. Okay, great. Now I'm gonna come back to where current price is. Oh, now look what happened. This candle, this candle has closed below that candle, right? So now what? Well, if that's the case, if I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, it looked like I need to be selling, doesn't it?
Yes.
Do y'all see what I'm saying? Like, it depends on what you're looking at. Overall, we're in an uptrend. Do y'all see that? Overall, we're moving up, aren't we? But if you just got to get in it, then what would happen? Well, it could very easily, this came down, this closed, this came up here. Look, it's touching that line right now, right? It's touching that line right now. Right. What could you do? We could have done a sale limit or market execution sale and done what? Come down to where? I don't know, maybe around in here. Like right below this 1 hour line. You know what I'm saying? You could, because now you're scalping. You see what I'm saying? It's not about any of that. Now you're just scalping. So then now you got to figure that out. So if you don't want to trade down here at the 15-minute, drew all these lines.
Okay.
You understand? The only reason why I drew these lines, now look what happened, right? If we did that sale limit or that sale stop or whatever we would have got into, we'd be negative right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'd be negative. Okay, fine. But price is pushing up, right? It's not hitting above this line right here. So from, look at it, still pushing all the way up, still pushing all the way up, still pushing all the way up. It really hasn't come down and hit this line just, well, I guess it did. Came up, it hit this line once, it went up, it came down a little bit, but didn't hit it again, right? Not yet. It doesn't have to, but it could. The rules are still the same. If it crosses the zone, it comes down, it hits it once, buy, right? If it comes down, you can buy again. But look what this candle just did. It went through our 15-minute line, didn't it? No. Where's our 15-minute line? What's the blue line? The blue line is our hour, right?
Right.
The blue line is our hour. This pink line is our 15-minute line. So it's right now, it's bouncing between the 15-minute, the 2:15, the zone of the 15 minutes, right? Pink line to pink line. It went up, it came down. It went up, and so far, it has not broke this high yet. You see that? It hasn't broken the high of the 15-minute. It may, but that's why I said we was gonna wait until it crossed over the 4 hour in the first place. Right? So if you have an eye for this part, which I don't, that's why I don't like to scalp. I had to learn it about me, right? So if you like to scalp, for example, some of you guys do, then you can see things on the 15-minute. You train your eyes to see things that for me, it's just too risky. It's too much. I can't. I get anxiety trading down here, right? So for me, I can see that this trend line is here. We've already touched this trend line. For me, I want to buy right here. That's it. I want to buy at the trend line. I want to buy at the daily line. If I buy at the higher time frame, I have a greater confirmation, don't I? Greater confirmation the higher the time frame. So this is my daily, this is my trend line. I wanted to buy right here, right? If I can't buy right here, then I can wait until it comes back and retest, or I can wait until at least it comes up and breaks through and breaks and retests my 4 hour. Does that make sense, Taisha?
It does.
I mean it. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So you don't have to, you can have, one last time, if you want to trade down here, then you have to create zones down here. Otherwise, you don't know where to go to.
So in other words, like as far as my supply and demand, only do it on the daily.
Yeah, because that's the truest supply and demand.
Okay.
Like this right here is an engulfing candle, but it's an engulfing candle between a 4 hour zone. That could mean that price could go lower, right? Because why? On the daily, price was lower.
Okay.
You see this?
Right.
This is a truer demand zone than this. Is it a demand zone? Yes. But then you can't ignore the fact that there is a demand zone below you. Because price could turn around, come down, blow through this, and do what? Go down to the demand zone below you. If you don't know that that demand zone is there, and you come here and say, oh, I'm going to put a buy limit on this line, you could very easily get blown right through. Because the demand zone is below you.
Okay. So
it's reference points is what it is, really. It's reference point. You want the best reference point daily. Right? I mean, or weekly. Weekly is better. Monthly is even better. Right? But for the sake of what we're doing, daily. So we create our map on the daily. If we want to zoom in for accuracy, we can look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour is still really good. Y'all see that, right? Look what this do. This candle candle broke above the 4 hour, right? So we've got the daily. We don't even see a daily line down here yet, right? But up here we got a daily. But if you, right in here, we're in the middle of daily, right? So if you want to trade 4 hour, you need to wait until a break and a retest of a 4 hour zone, right? You would get in on the buy here and ride it all the way up to here, right? The next zone, grab 10-yard first down, right? That's it, simple. Now you want to get in again, great. Wait till it closes above, and then get in here, retest. You got a little bit of drawdown, but that's okay, right? And then do what? Technically, you would ride it up to this daily, right? You ride up to the daily, you would get out. You would get out. You get out. If you, let's go like this. If you did not get out right here, and it kept going up, and it kept going up, and then it turned around and came back down, you now have less than you would have had just got out over here 12 hours before. You see that? Because the price went all the way up and turned around and came back down to below your daily, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So if you had just came up here, got the first down, and got out, then you would just be waiting. Waiting for what? For now this candle to close and turn around and come back and retest. You would have got in right here. Okay, great. You had a little bit of down, a little bit of drawdown, but then you would have taken this up to what? Technically, you could stay in this. You could stay in this all the way to your next level, right? But if you're going to ride the 4 hour, then you would stay in this when? Until the next 4 hour line.
Okay.
Right? Then I would have got out right here because I don't know this is going to do this, right? I would have got out right here. This is the same candle we were just looking at, isn't it? Look.
Mm-hmm.
And what did I say do before we did this exercise? Wait until the candle breaks above the 4 hour line and closes. Isn't that what we agreed on?
Yes.
So now, Taisha, if you wanted anybody watching this, you want to get in on Euro USD, I would wait until this candle closes and then retest the 4 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay.
Hold on. That's the 4 hour. Right? Isn't that what it's doing? Potentially? Right? Potentially? Right? I will wait till it come up, close above, and I might even wait a little bit longer because this is that 1, 2, 3. I don't know what this thing is going to do yet still. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we got to wait. I would wait. Even though I said get in on the retest, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet because this is the third one. So it could, I don't know, it could come up a high and then drop down a little bit more. And I don't want to be in this waiting and see. So the third touch says sit on your hands. Just sit on your hands. Just chill. Right? Just chill. That's why I said if you're already in, good. If you're not already in, you gotta wait. This was our time to get in right here when it retested the daily and the trend line 4 hours ago. That was our time to get in right there, y'all. Y'all see that? If you wanted to get in Euro USD, that was your time to get in right there. We missed it. So now we have to wait. All right, Taisha?
Okay.
I'm gonna give up remote control. Okay? Stop sharing your screen. I gotta jump on my team call. Y'all get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You have to start putting all the pieces of the puzzle together. Okay? It might look like it's a break and retest over here, great, but how many times has it already put another supply zone over here? What does it look like on the 4 hour? Or look on the daily? Is this touching a support resistance line on the 4 hour as well as the daily? Where is that happening? And you want to start cohesively bringing in your concepts. Capiche? Practice.
Yeah.
Practice. 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 All right, guys. Love y'all. I'm gonna start the recording. Okay, great. So guys, I gotta run. I gotta jump on my team call. I'm 26 minutes late. They're gonna kill me. Gotta go. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye, Chris.